Greetings. Welcome to a little Discovery Corner. You're here for Feminine Side Fridays. Got my Elemental Empath back out, so let's see what we get. Here we go. Repeating patterns. Awareness. What is the lesson? Break the cycle. It's a good one. It's one we often, most of us need to hear and think about. What are repeating patterns? Patterns repeat to teach us something. And they keep repeating until we learn the lesson. That reminds me of I think it was a Bruce Lee quote I read once, like the pain will stop. The pain will end once it stops teaching you, or something like that. I think he said that. But I saw it on Facebook, so I'm not sure. Patterns can take the form of past life patterns repeating now, ancestral traumas passed down, patterns we have developed in this life that are on repeat, or a combination of all of those. So yeah, a lot of patterns come from, say, the way we were raised. If a caregiver was always like telling you to stop being so emotional, stop crying whenever you felt sad or upset, instead of helping you work through what was upsetting you, they just told you to stop. So you learn to reject those parts of you, the parts that get angry or sad, and you suppress that. And then whenever you feel that, you feel like you're inadequate, you're not worthy, right? And you learn to be afraid to open up about what upsets you to someone else, to someone who's interested in a genuine emotional connection in which you can open up and be vulnerable with each other, but you're afraid to do that, so you reject that person who might be like a really healthy connection for you to have in your life, right? That's a pattern, and that caregiver was probably raised the same way, and that's what they learned, and it probably goes back for generations. That's what generational trauma is, ancestral trauma. It just gets, the pattern just gets repeated, and it causes you to have destructive, self-sabotaging patterns in your own life. But yeah, know that you can break it. It's possible once you notice it. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So all you got to do is reflect on maybe like, why do I keep ending up with, say, very negative people who abuse me emotionally? What is causing me to be attracted to those kinds of people? Or why do I keep pushing away supportive people who would be good for me? What about myself could be causing me to do that? Repeating patterns work in many different ways, showing up again and again to see if we have learned what they are trying to teach us. If these patterns keep showing up for you, ask yourself these questions. What is the lesson here? Why does this keep showing up? What am I holding on to that makes this pattern keep coming back? Yes, that's what I was bringing up. Is there something in my system that still needs to be processed? So yeah, that's something I had to learn about myself. Like, I would sometimes be pushed away by when I'd offer love and support to someone, and they would just push it away because that's what they were experiencing. They were afraid of like open, vulnerable connections with accountability, because like admitting to anger, admitting to sadness, admitting to pain, admitting to fault, it's like they're afraid to do that because they're afraid that it means they're admitting they're defective or there's something wrong with them, so they push away, right? And I had to figure out why I would keep offering when they were doing that. That's anxious attachment. An anxious attacher chasing an anxious avoidant, right? And I had to reflect on why I was repeating those patterns. And in my case, I feel like I needed to fill my cup filled from external sources. I didn't recognize that about myself, and after I'd been rejected enough times, I finally got to that point where I learned the lesson and started to draw my boundaries. And once you recognize your pattern and realize you need to draw a boundary, for example, that's when you realize you've started filling your own cup, and you started acknowledging the shadow side of you is valid. The quote-unquote negative feelings that are often rejected, we are conditioned to reject, are valid. And that's how you break a pattern, is when you acknowledge all those things, recognize it, acknowledge it, and process it. What's the first step from AA? The first step to solving any problem is admitting that you have one. What is the lesson? Keep in mind that lessons come in various forms, but only you can truly know what they are. A lesson might show that you, even though experiences have taught you that you, quote, aren't good enough, what I was referring to, it's time to take your power back and realize that you are good enough. Maybe something you thought you worked through comes back up, just to see if you really learned and integrated the lesson. I've gone through that too. Like, I thought I had processed something, and it'll come back up, so I have to think about it more, reflect on it more, dig a little deeper. Or maybe it's seeing if you will fall back into the old way of reacting. As Paulo Coelho said in his book, Warrior of Light, you've been through all of this before, but you've never been beyond it. Exercise. Write down a prevalent pattern in your life and the way you normally react. Include the different aspects of what usually happens and the beliefs you have gained about yourself, other people, and life from these experiences. If some things are too traumatic or sensitive, start with the smaller ones. But try to notice patterns. Now meditate on the feelings that come up and observe. Yeah, if there's a specific, say, argument or incident in which triggered me, I might sit and meditate and just focus on that one event. Focus, meditate for clearing my mind, focusing, and then I'll ask myself, how do you feel? Usually I'll get either fear or pain. And that's when, once I've seen it, that's the feeling I have in connection to that incident. I'll let, suddenly it's like I just opened the floodgates and all the feelings that I was holding back come out. And if you try that and that happens, just let it out. Just figure out a way to let it all out. And I might go sit in the shower, turn some music on, so I can just let it all out. And it helps. It'll come. Yeah, you might find you have to dig deeper. As you keep doing that, it resurfaces. You have to process it again. It doesn't mean you haven't processed it. It's, as Brene Brown says, you just need to process a deeper layer of it. And it'll start getting lighter. The emotional response will gradually start getting lighter and weaker until finally you feel like you've mastered it, right? All right, this is getting a little longer than expected, so I will leave it there. I will see you next time.